everybody. I'm madder than a hornet, and let me tell you why. First of all, this is my mad face. Let's go back in time a little bit. I read Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, I don't know, in the past. And I loved that book, and I resolved to read more Ray Bradbury. And in all of my shame, my failure, I did not. But I have plans, man. There's other books that I really want to read from Ray Bradbury, and I truly do intend to get to them. And here's proof. I picked up this soft cover, perfect reader copy, because it's already kind of jacked up and it's very, very cheap. I don't know what I paid for it. Probably very, very little. And I get to read this book and not worry too much about it. It is called The Martian Chronicles, for those of you who keep score on the Goodreads. This is his number 2 book in terms of people that vote. I think they rate them when you look them up. The top one is the one that gets the most votes, people voting on how good the book is. The second one would be receives the second most votes. It doesn't mean it's his most popular book. Just means it gets his most voting activity. This would be second. Anyway, I bought this book. Can't wait to read it. In the meantime, and in between time, I decided I wanted to get an Easton Press hardcover copy, and so I've been kind of shopping for that one, among others, for a little while now on the secondary market. eBay, to be more specific. And finally someone popped up with one that had a good enough price, and I made an offer, and they accepted the offer, and they shipped me the book. FedEx charged a whole lot of money for shipping. I want to see 18 bucks, somewhere around there. Charge me a lot of money for shipping. If I need to, I can be more specific. But it shipped just like this, and right off the bat, I am just so TO'd. How do you ship a book like that? Especially one that costs over $100. I can't tell. In fact, it honestly feels like it's a book in here. No further boxes or padding and all that kind of stuff. So I'm madder than a hornet, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong, and by the time this video is over, I'll say I shouldn't have been madder than a hornet. Anyway, I want to go ahead and open this mother up, see what it looks like, and you're going to get to witness the elation, the disappointment, or the medium response, whatever it ends up being, that I get from this seller that charged a whole lot of money for shipping. And I was okay with it because the selling price was good. It wasn't cheap, but it was cheaper than the book often is asked, than the asking price often is for this book. They shipped it FedEx. It arrived pretty quickly. Seems like it arrived pretty quickly. But they shipped it in a dadgum, barely padded envelope. And that just ain't the way you ship a book. Anything bonk, 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 whoop, is going to damage the book that's inside. Hey, I don't know. I don't like this kind of stuff. Let's see if I'm pleasantly surprised. Oops. What do you think? Oops. That ain't good. That ain't good. I see 22 karat gold gilt page ends. Unprotected by practically completely unprotected. The odds that this book doesn't have dinged corners and busted up stuff are slim. Hey, I'm holding out. What is that song? Holding out for a miracle. I don't know. A hero. I need a hero. So I don't need a hero. I need a miracle. Whatever that is. Here's my book. At a glance, I'm not seeing the bad stuff yet. Let's find out. Ask Woods the Owl, is my book busted up? And let's find out. How many licks does it take to get a Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Anyway, try not to be aggravated too much, too disappointed. Let's open it up. Let's see what we got first. And before I get too mad. Anyway, this is a book that I wanted, a publisher that I really liked, an author I read one book of, but I truly loved it. And I resolved to become a fan. That means I got to read more books. The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury, Easton Press edition. And now let me look at it. I'm showing you my book. And I need to look at it to see how mad I am. How mad I am. I ought to write a song about that one day. Now, let's take a look, honestly and truly, not give it too much criticism, but I got corners that are not great. This corner took a shot. It's not horrible, but it's not great. I don't see any damage to the gold lettering, which is easy to mess up on these books. I got a corner there. I think I already showed you that one, just at a different angle. Let's look at this end. I got a corner there, which is a little bit bent. Not bad. Overall, if this book was shipped in a box and everything was done just right, I'd have got this book and I'd have said, okay, that's fine. That's within my realm of acceptable condition when I buy a book. Unless they say absolutely positively 1,000,000% perfect with zero dings and cricks and cracks and all that kind of stuff. But when I got this thing in the mailer, that just pissed me off. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. I didn't like it. Made me mad. I picked this book up at the office maybe an hour and a half ago, and I just been mad ever since. Mad. And it doesn't help that I've gotten another book today in the mail, in a bubble mailer, another book, a little bit cheaper than this one, but one that's very, very old and that I really cared about. And I got another book in the mail the other day in a padded envelope, and I haven't opened it yet. I'll save that one for another day. Anyway, these things come in 2s and 3s and 4s, and it just makes you angry, and you get a bad attitude, and I don't like that. Attitudes are bad enough as it is. I don't need hobbies jacking up the works. Let's take a look inside. That's enough whining, complaining, belly aching, moaning, crying, whatever. That's enough of that. Let's take a look at this book, because as it turns out, I mostly dodged the bullet. So I talked about the page ends, gold gilt page ends. Do they look like they're messed up at all? I don't see perfection, but I don't see nothing that I'm gonna cry about. Or ribbon, marker, popping out the bottom, folded over. There's the binding, sewn bindings, representative of quality binding and stuff. Now beyond that, I really have no idea what to expect in this book, but collector's notes. We've showed these before. It talks a little bit about the author, a little bit about the book. They're kind of nice. Here's something that wasn't listed in the listing. The book plate was stuck to the end page, and it looks like Jada Silver marked this book for eternity. So I got this book plate stuck to the page, and that ain't good. That stuff, if you have integrity and you're selling a book, you better disclose such things. Otherwise, in my opinion, you've kind of halfway committed a fraud, especially selling it online. This book is signed, leather-bound, Easton Press Collector's Edition, is signed by Ray Bradbury. I don't have, maybe I have one other Ray Bradbury signature on a book from Gauntlet Press. I've got some pretty good Ray Bradbury books. Fahrenheit 451 in the Suntup editions, artist edition, as well as the numbered edition, just to name one. And then I've got a Gauntlet Press collection. Let's see, I'm off the camera talking. Called Match to a Flame. Ray Bradbury. I've done a review on that. It's got some of the stuff that led to Fahrenheit 451. So this is a signed edition that somebody stuck their book plate on. A seller on eBay didn't bother disclosing that part in the listing. Let's look through this book a little bit more. Stop the whining, stop the crying, and let's see what else there is to show. Now I'm gonna skip ahead just slightly. I don't know about illustrations. There is stuff like this right off the bat. Rockets, summer, stuff like this right off the bat. Putting a picture, January of 1989. But I'm looking, all right. Here's a 2-for-1. Here we have an example of an illustration, nice looking picture inside the book, as well as the print and the font. I mean, the print, the font, and the margins. The print is large, so some of you would be very pleased to read this book. Large print, and it'd be good for the tired old eyes that some people complain about. I'm just flipping through again. I found this black and white picture in here. Black and white picture in here. Let's go back in time. Wait, we're going the wrong way. Let me start from the front and work my way back. That way I'm not trying to double track, double back. More another little black and white. Come on, man. A little black and white picture included in there. What else do we have? Yeah, I'm not getting very deep without finding some pretty cool pictures. Color illustration there. And in just a minute, I'll go back, look at the beginning to see if I can figure out who the artist is for this book. I said I'd try to let you know, and I completely forgot. I am so sorry. So this book has an introduction by Damon Knight and illustrations by Joseph Magnani. Joseph Magnani. I'm sure I just said it wrong 2 times. 2 times. Back to our regularly scheduled program. And I'm finding some of each. Some color full page illustrations as well as some smaller black and white illustrations. But it's neat. I like this book. I'd like it a lot more if it didn't have a book plate attached and signed by somebody who I'm sure is a nice person. I just don't like him or her, whoever it is, because they sign book plates and stick them in books. Come on. You can do better than that. Anyway, it's your book. You do whatever you want. But as soon as I buy it, I don't want to buy a book with a book plate, especially if I don't know about it. What else is there? We're going to take all day looking at some of these pictures. But why could I complain? Look at these full page illustrations. So nice. I'm going to start skipping. There's a lot of the smaller black and white pictures in here. And just for time's sake, I'm not going to show them all. I showed you a few, and there's stuff along those lines throughout. But I will try to catch some more of the colored illustrations in here. Full page illustrations. They look really cool. And this one is a double. Full spread. Looky there. Dang, it looks nice. It looks nice. I'm trying not to get too excited because I want to be mad right now. You ever want to be mad? You feel like you need to be mad. You feel like you got the right to be mad. So you just be mad. Does it help you? It's not helping me any. Look at here, man. Cool pictures. I like this book. Easton Press, over time, has really put in a lot of effort in some of these editions to get a lot of great artwork in them. And this is one of the examples, and I think I might have skipped some. But anyway, I'm showing you what I can find. Really nice. I like it. I like it. Great stuff. Good job, Easton Press. Bad job, eBay seller. I'm not going to go trying to badmouth an eBay seller too much by spreading names and such as that, but doggone it, I feel like I ought to tell you who it was I bought it from, who ripped me off, sold me a book, and charged me $18 to ship it, stuck it in a bubble mailer, didn't tell me about an affixed book plate on it. I wouldn't have bought it. I wouldn't have bought it. I can tolerate an Easton Press book plate stuck to a book that's old, that's been around a while, that hasn't been signed or filled out or anything like that. I can tolerate that. I want to know still. I don't want surprises. Who wants that? Especially the bad surprises. A good surprise is nice, but don't disappoint me and then disappoint me again. It's just no way to do things. When you sell somebody something, make sure you tell them up front the things about that thing that they might not like, especially if they don't have a chance to look it over first. You're selling somebody a used car, at least then they have a chance to go walk around it, to try it out, test drive it and all that stuff. Still, I think you should let them know about the problems that you have with it and stuff like that. Don't let them be surprised when they get home. But when you do this, it just ain't right, man. It's just not right. I'm doing my Joe Biden impersonation. It's just not right, man, when you do this kind of stuff. Anyway, that's my book unboxing, Easton Press, The Martian Chronicles, Ray Bradbury, eBay fail. I'd say eBay fail. That's all I got to say about that. Got no more lies to tell, although I don't think I lied at all. Thank you for your time. C'est la vie, baby.